Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Sonic here on the Bluecrew podcast. Again, sorry, no Deus, he wasn't feeling too well, so I decided to bring my good friend Brian onto the show. Say hello, Brian.
I refuse to say hello.
Just say it, goddammit.
Okay, hi.
Either way, same old podcast, same old time, but sadly, again, no Deus. We'll probably have him back next week. But let's go ahead and get started on the first stop of the day of what games we've been playing this week. As always, I'll let the guest start us off.
Well, I've been eyeing down No Man's Sky, but since it's not very
that's
released
the next
yet.
topic. That's the next topic. What games have you been playing this week?
Well, Warframe mainly. Just grinding out items, seeing what's going on there. And that's about it.
As per my usual, I'm pretty much doing nothing but playing Factorio and Minecraft. Literally, almost nothing else is done.
Okay, what's Factorial?
Factorio, I've talked about it a lot in this podcast, so if you don't like me talking about Factorio, skip ahead or something. Factorio is pretty much like modded Minecraft. You know how you can automate crafting and stuff like that?
Oh, okay.
It's like that, but on a 2D top-down scale.
Okay, that makes sense. So
And
like
you
Terraria
actually have to...
and...
top-down. Terraria is from the side.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And instead of, like, mining down underground, you... it's pretty much the equivalent of Minecraft, as in... just the automatic crafting things. You can automate the creation of almost literally anything in the game.
Okay.
I think you actually can automate everything in the game. But the whole point of the game is to research the top tier research and get off of your planet, get off of the planet that you crash landed on, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be infinitely playable, but there is an end game. It just takes a fucking ass load of time to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The modding community for it is absolutely astonishing. Like, while I was playing my first game around with one of the old members of BCG, Liam, I commented on the fact that I honestly wanted to see airplanes in it, because that would have fit the style of the game so very well. Turns out there's already tanks in the game, but they're like a medium to late game item.
Right.
But apparently in the modding community, somebody added gunships.
Like actual
Airplanes.
gunships? Oh.
Yeah, and you can fire rockets, you can fully automatic fire rockets and any type of ammunition that you can out of a normal gun at enemies. And you can fly around over any terrain.
Okay.
Yeah, and the mod is really well done. It doesn't really... It's not overpowered and it isn't underpowered. I would say it's pretty much very well balanced. But there is a mod that is, I think, a tad bit underpowered. Or it's too hard. It's not very well balanced. The mod is the stainless steel train. I mean, it might make up for how costly it is by... it might make up for how costly it is by the fact that it stores literally, I think, like 8 times the amount that normal train cars have, which it does have trains in it. You can actually build and automate trains.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like 8 times the normal capacity of a normal train car. But it requires a whole new thing that you have to automate.
So, okay, the only thing I would say about that is this, like, if it can carry 8 times more, thereby being 8 times more efficient, is it worth the supplies that you make it with?
I would say it could be in the long run, in the very, very long run, but it actually requires you... Well, it pretty much takes 10 times the normal amount of iron that it takes to make a normal train car, to make enough stainless steel to make the train car. Also, it actually makes the train slightly slower as well. So you're losing that efficiency.
Well, I guess you could balance it a bit more, but I mean, it makes logical sense.
Yeah, but the thing is, the game hasn't even hit 1.0.0. It's still at 0.12. I think 11 at this point.
Okay.
So, for it to have the modding community that it has, I think that it's done really good for itself.
Fair enough.
Actually, I'd love to play the game with you if you could get it on Steam, which it does have a Steam version.
I do not have the resources for that.
I'm lucky that I had it. My birthday rolled around about the time that I even learned what the hell it was.
Yeah, you didn't get me anything for mine.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
You are not sorry. There are no tears.
You have no fucking idea how busy it is, how hard it is, and how time-consuming it is to run Bluecrew.
Yeah, well, I've had my own in the past few days, so I mean, I kind of get it.
Either way, excuse me. Yeah, if you honestly are into like the whole factory setting, I would honestly recommend Factorio for you.
Well, as soon as someone makes a cyborg wolf mod, you can let me know.
There aren't wolves in the game. There's only one creature that there's only pretty much one class of creatures, and those are the aliens that are hostile unless you have the world set to peaceful. But those aliens actually evolve. The bigger and bigger your factory gets, the bigger and more powerful the aliens get, and you have to defend yourself against them. Now, I kind of halfway cheated the system, and I had my world set to peaceful until I was ready to actually take them on. And even then, my base produced so little pollution because I was using mods to pretty much get around the whole need of such a huge base to automate everything. That I had so little pollution that the aliens decided not to fuck with me until I actually started going after them and blowing up their bases. In which case they said, "Ah, fuck you! We're gonna go after you, you fucking bitch!"
Okay, Deus.
Deus isn't here. That was just angry Scottish guy. The man.
You're not using your brain.
Oh, you're not using your wee little brain there, laddie. That was more Irish than Scottish.
Yeah.
And that was more Scottish than Irish.
Well, it could have been both.
Oh, good humor today.
I think they're equally offending Celtic groups.
Whatever. Either way, the next topic that I wanted to bring up were games that you're looking forward to this year.
Ooh.
That was the topic where I was going to say... games or DLC that you're looking forward to this year.
Well, not counting this year, but, the Warframe DLC I'm always looking forward to, because, boosters. And,
I don't play Warframe, so I have no...
Oh, have you ever played it?
Nope. I kind of know what it is. It's pretty much like World of Tanks, if I'm right.
No.
Then what is it?
Think of, if you took, Battlefront...
Okay.
Gave it multiple mission types, made everything multiplayer, and made everything obtainable via not paying.
So, Battlefront, but not made by EA?
Yes, and made out of a grind game. Basically, you're like a space ninja kind of thing, and you get to go around and basically carve up groups of evolved humans and do certain missions, but throughout the entire game you can choose what weapons and guns and bows or whatever have you along with
Space Ninja is what I'm stuck on.
yeah, it's weird. It's an awesome game. I'd recommend it to you, and it's free.
Space Ninja! I'll have to look into it, though. I'll have to see if my computer can even run it.
Oh no, any computer can run it.
You don't know my computer. My computer barely frickin' runs Factorio, and that thing is meant to be able to run on a Raspberry Pi.
Oh no, please. If you get 16 frames in Minecraft, you'll get about 30 frames in Warframe.
I get 30 frames in Minecraft, but that's with me running Optifine and having everything except for the blocks themselves off.
Alright then, yep. Play Warframe.
It'll be at like 2 frames a second with the very minimum settings.
No, because it has its own engine or whatever. They have it designed so it actually looks at your PC specs and adjusts itself accordingly. It's pretty neat.
That'll hopefully... that's hopefully what will happen with my computer. If not, then it'll look at my specs and say, fucking noob, and uninstall itself.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. So anyway, as for games that are actually coming up,
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, for sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
won't be able to
Who
run
the
it
fuck
or get it,
isn't?
but I mean...
Who the fuck isn't looking forward to that game?
Oh man, that is like... Besides Star Citizen, that is like one of the games I'm most pumped about.
Yeah.
Quiet. Please tell me you know what Star Citizen is.
No.
Oh my god! It's... Okay. Do you know what Sid Meier's Starships is?
I know what Sid Meier's Civilization is.
Okay. Think if you combined that with Spore, and then you got to just fly around in a universe like in No Man's Sky.
Flying around at the speed of sound?
Sure.
Yay!
And, in a game with a budget of $100 million.
Oh, yeah, Star Citizen.
Yep.
Isn't it like the 8th most funded game on Earth?
It is the most funded it is the most crowdfunded game ever.
Well, yeah, the most crowdfunded. But
Crowdfunded? What are you playing Wizard 101?
no, the most funded game ever created was Destiny because it had like $500 million put behind it. Yeah, it literally had a movie budget.
Okay. But yeah, it got pretty pricey, and it looks good, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it looks good. I don't think I had a next topic. Well, do you have anything that went on recently in gaming news that you would like to talk about?
If I were to actually look at it...
Star Fox Zero trailer?
I haven't actually seen it.
Apparently, I haven't seen it either, but I've heard news about it all day. It was done using nothing but puppets. Jim Henson puppets, to be more exact. So it was done like the original ad campaign for the original Star Fox game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of imagining like sock puppets behind a stage advertising for Starbucks.
No, it's actually like professional grade Jim Henson puppets. You know the Muppets?
Yes.
It's like Muppet grade puppets.
Yeah, those are still things that you stick your hand in. Just...
Only some of them.
Hey everybody, let me tell you about this new game we're releasing, Starfax.
Why all of a sudden did you make Kermit the Frog sound like a child sex offender?
Because he is, isn't he?
Sorry, a gay child sex offender.
He is, isn't he?
No.
I thought Kermit
He's
was
a
always a
fu-
priest.
Oh my god. As far as I know, he isn't even Catholic.
Well, you learn new things about someone when they tickle your booty hole. I mean, what? That didn't happen.
I'm gonna cut
Just gonna
this
drink
entire.
water. Glug, glug, glug.
I'm going to cut this entire segment.
Oh no,
after
please
the
leave it in.
I'm gonna cut the entire segment after you made Kermit sound like a priest.
Leave it in there.
Well, I don't doubt that Star Citizen is going to look good, but yeah, Star Fox trailer. Done all with Muppets, pretty much. You have anything else to add to that?
Nope, I'm done.
Do you have any other games you're looking forward to or anything?
Nope.
Nope. I have one pretty much DLC that I'm looking forward to, and it's not a DLC, but it's a mod that's so big it's technically a DLC, but it's a mod for Factorio.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's in like the medium beta stages. If I'm right, it's close to being released, but it's so huge, it's like a mod pack.
Is Factorio in beta still?
Technically, it's finished.
How long has it been in beta, though?
Well, technically it's finished. They've reached like version 0.10.0, which is the equivalent of 1.0 for Minecraft.
As a finished game, how long have they been in beta?
They were released on Steam like less than 4 months ago, but they've been out just as an indie game that you'd have to buy and download an installer for about I don't know, about a year and a half as far as I know.
Okay, so I guess being in beta doesn't take too little time.
Well, I don't know how long it's been finished or how long it's been in beta or even how long it's been out there for. I got it off Steam and I fucking love it.
Okay, the only reason I'm asking you is because Warframe has technically been stated still in beta by the developers for the past 3 years.
Well, then again, just about every game nowadays is constantly under development until it's 100% finished. I mean, from what I heard, Scott Cawthon is still trying to fix bugs in the original Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is he? I thought he stopped on that like a while ago.
Well, there's always going to be bugs and glitches in video games, but it's best to get them out if they're popular. If it's best to iron them out if they're a popular game. And Five Nights at Freddy's 1 is one of the most downloaded games on Steam.
Alright, well, on the topic, have you heard of Yandere Simulator?
Yandere. And, yes.
Well,
that game is 3% complete.
The developer put out a rant video the other day stating how he was getting thousands of emails calling him out on bugs and things to improve the game and whatever. And he yelled at his entire fan base, telling them stop sending him emails unless they are game-breaking bugs that could not be handled, or it was legitimately for business, because his reasoning was, there is not a bug that has been reported, and you're not original by sending me an idea that 5 other people have already sent me.
I agree that... Well, I pretty much think that is a little bit uncalled for. Considering if he just yells at his entire fan base, that's a little bit...
Oh, no. That's not. I'm just, paraphrasing here, but that's basically what it was a rant about. Stop sending me emails, I don't care at this point.
Well, he did talk... If I'm right, he did talk to Ego Raptor from the Game Grumps, his wife. Her channel, Kitty Cat Gaming, started to play the game, I think almost 2 weeks ago now. And she even said at the beginning of the series, this game is 3% complete. So, yeah, if there are any bugs or glitches, that's just because they're not even a quarter of the way done with the development.
Yeah.
If I'm right, then it's an original engine, an original idea. They're constantly updating it. And they're not planning to be finished with it for about another year.
Let's just look out for that 4% update.
The 4% update when they add a new panty color.
Hey, I'm into it. I don't get it for the gameplay, man.
You get it for the fact that it looks like...
For the assets.
For the assets.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of assets, I don't think I brought it up on the podcast yet. Shoot me down comments if I have, but Jim Sterling getting sued by Digital Homicide.
I have no idea what those 2 items are. Please explain.
All right. Jim Sterling is pretty much like a video game critic like Total Biscuit or... Well, I only know Total Biscuit as pretty much a game critic. There's Nostalgia Critic. He only did like one game critiquing, and AVGN, but he did... all he does is retro games.
Like how JonTron used to be.
Well, he mainly does older games. He hardly does newer games, and plus he's stepping into the movie category as well.
Okay.
But
And his debacle is...
The debacle is that just over a year ago, or probably well over a year ago now, he reviewed a game called Atomic something, or Ultimate Assimilation. I don't remember. It was just like a very crap zombie game. Most of the art assets were stolen or bought. I mean, one of the blood splatters that was on your that appears on your screen when you get hurt was literally ripped from Google Images. Well,
Okay.
What happened is that he just absolutely hated on the game because it was just a crap game. Well, that started pretty much a feud between them that went from, oh, they're just making fun of each other, to, holy shit, the company that made the game has changed their name 3 times, put copyright strikes on the guy's video, tried to make up their own laws, and now they're trying to sue Jim Sterling.
Oh.
They're suing him for, it's a libel suit, and they're trying to get, I think it was like $70-something million out of him. No, it was $10 million. $10 million. Because he made one bad review well over a year ago on a game that is one of the most poorly made games on Steam.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see why this is absolute bullshit.
Yes.
Well, they're suing him for $10 million, and they even started a crowdfunding project trying to get $75,000 so they could continue with the lawsuit. They got $163, and then they shut down the crowdfund. Yeah. Plus, apparently, it went against GoFundMe's terms of service or something like that. That's what I heard from like a couple of podcasts. So not only were they breaking the terms and services of the site that they were trying to crowdfund off of, but also they were just trying to sue somebody under wrongful terms, pretty much.
Okay.
And they were holding Jim Sterling personally responsible for what his fan base did, which is apparently what they did is somebody sent a literal box of shit.
You're kidding me.
Nope. An actual package showed up in the mailbox of one of the developers that was filled with nothing but human feces.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to shake that person's hand for creativity.
Well, I do as well, but still. It's the fact that they're wanting to sue a critic.
Well, I mean, if I was sent a box of shit, I would just kind of...
Well, no, it's literally the same as if you're, like how Fantastic Four pretty much bombed, and same with Batman vs. Superman. It's still technically making money, but it's not gonna pretty much live up to the budget. I mean, the budget for Batman vs. Superman was nearly $600 million, so I doubt they're gonna make that back, except in like 6 years' time.
Right.
Pretty much, though, it would be the same as if the Batman vs. Superman director decided to sue one of the critics that made fun of Batman vs. Superman. Like, if he made fun of the Nostalgia Critic for calling it a bad film.
Was it a bad film, though?
As far as I have heard, I haven't had a chance to go and see it yet. It's pretty much... It could have been done better, a lot of people have been saying. It could have been done a whole lot better. It could have been a whole lot better written. But otherwise, the acting was awesome. The acting was awesome. The props were awesome. The action was awesome. But the writing was just not there.
Okay.
It was pretty much like the equivalent of one of the Maze Runner series. I personally thought, just from what I've heard, that it's sounding a lot like a movie that's trying to be something, but it ended up being an ad campaign for a different movie.
Okay.
Like,
see, I haven't seen it yet, so I mean,
I haven't seen it either, but just from what I've been told, it sounds like it's ending up trying to be it tried to be its own movie, but it's ending up being an ad campaign for the Justice League movie.
okay, well, I'll be able to let you know soon.
You going to see it?
I plan to, but I don't know.
I would honestly recommend going and watching the Deadpool movie, of which I have heard is really, really awesome, considering just about every person that I've talked to on the subject that has seen it said that they will go and see it again and again and again if they have the chance.
Okay. Except for every mother who brought their 2-year-old child thinking, oh yeah, it's a superhero movie.
It's a superhero movie, Mommy. Can I go and see it?
Oh yeah, Timmy, here's $5. I don't know why I sound like a man.
Oh my god. That's that's a mom.
It's probably like, do you know the show Dog with a Blog?
No.
There's a TV show by the name of Dog with a Blog, and the neighbor on the sitcom, or the main character's neighbor, his mother is pretty much like a bodybuilder, of which I don't know if has ever been shown on screen. But she's pretty much like the equivalent of a female Hulk.
Oh!
Yeah.
Sufficiently terrified.
Well, the thing is, she's never been shown on camera, but it has been referenced that if somebody parks in her space, she gets out of her car, picks up the other person's car, and moves it. Or throws it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the equivalent of that. Either way, we got way off topic.
Did we? Nah.
It seems to be a reoccurring trend with my podcasts as of late, getting extremely off topic, realizing that we're off topic, and then getting off topic again.
Speaking of getting off topic, I am doing very poorly in Hearthstone.
Hearthstone?
Hearthstone.
It's Hearthstone.
No, it's Hearthstone.
I even asked Deus on the matter, and he said it's Hearthstone.
Deus speaks Scottish, so don't trust him.
Deus speaks English. He just has a funny accent.
He speaks Scottish.
Oi, you think you can be Scottish there, laddie?
Listen here, laddie.
Oi, listen
It's
here, laddie. You
Scottish.
think you can falsify being Scottish? Well, I'm acting very racist.
You sound actually increasingly Australian. Racist.
It was a Scottish
didn't know
guy
you
on
could
an
be racist.
airplane going to Australia. That was
I
a
don't know
very
whether to be
bad
proud.
stand-up comedian.
I don't know whether to pity or be proud of that person.
Either way, apparently, from what you said, the taste test video did very well.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious, and I'm glad it wasn't edited to your standards.
If it was edited to my standards, it would be 30 seconds long, and it would just be him and I drinking. So
And it's better that it wasn't, because that was absolutely hilarious.
I'm just gonna have to not edit it anymore. It would
Yeah,
make the editor's job a whole lot fucking easier. Sorry about that, Jaw.
Ja?
Jaw's our editor.
Oh, I thought you were just saying part of a name. But okay, that makes sense. Like you were saying Josh, but just cutting off the SH.
No, his name is Jake, but everybody calls him Jaw.
Ja.
Yeah, he would have joined us on the podcast today, but apparently he's having some problems with his computer. He has a 3-month-old platinum-rated power supply that just cut out on him.
Oh, lovely.
He's so tired of getting crap products from Corsair, because the last,
Is it Corsair?
yeah, it's a Corsair platinum-rated, I think it was the 1800i or something like that he got. I don't remember. Either way, he spent a lot of money because this is the second one. The last one that he got was the one that shorted out and melted his computer.
I have never actually had a problem like that with Corsair.
Well, this is the second one in the road that has either quit on him or set his computer on fire, so when it's 3 months old and it has like a 10-year warranty.
And they just won't replace it?
Nope.
What the heck?
I know, it's just Corsair customer support.
Well, that's just kind of sad.
Mm-hmm. Either way, yeah, that's why he didn't join us on the podcast.
Okay, understandable.
Either way, I think it's about time we call the end of the podcast. Or the end of this podcast. The podcast itself is probably never going to end unless both Deus and myself die. So, with a farewell for now from me, and a farewell from our guest, if he would like to speak for once. Yep, that's the cyborg wolf. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good day, and we will see you in the next podcast, which we will be recording 2 days before Sunday. Or Saturday, and this will probably go up tonight. So, bye, guys!